Chips decals. Chips decals. Decal normals. 01. Go down to save as. We're going to go to materials. Purple aerospace. Say decals. For save. Done. Alright. So switch shader. Yes. Standard one layer emissive. Okay. Open. Copy. B. Okay. Yep. Okay, so it took that. So then we're coming back up here. Mittens. Down to drive. Okay. 3,000 on it too. Okay. Green one layer emissive. Standard one layer emissive. Okay. So now we're gonna just same thing. Duplicate. Walk away. No, yes. Let's see, did we break it again? Did we break it again? We sure did. I wonder what's going on there. I do not know. I wonder. So we're just gonna save. And well, it's nothing that it doesn't hinder anything. We can keep moving forward. We got plenty of other work to do. Just stripping the decals off of the parts is hugely time consuming. I'm using the material swap editor, and it does some really funky stuff with the file paths that I'm not comfortable with. Um, so I decided not to do that way. Mainly because I'm leery that it'll cause issues because it's not Like it when I click on it in the material editor, it's the same fucking file path, but then it gives it a completely different file path name in the editor compared to what the other ones are that I do in the render window. So it kind of geeks me out a little bit, and I haven't had a chance to ask anybody about it. So I just do it, click on it, and um, I'll have to go over that. I wish I could show you on the screen. I wish I had a proper setup where I could do like the keyboard camera and all that, and I could show you all what I'm doing. My shift and alt and control keys, after working in the creation kit for a year, hate me. And my ring finger, my left ring finger, it gets when I get into doing one of these projects like this, my ring finger gets real mad at me because it's constant pressure because I use it to shift between. I change between shift and control. Alt is the common key, but I'm constantly moving the ring finger back and forth between control and shift because I never learned proper keyboard hand placement because I never thought I was going to be a computer guy. So, okay, so let's bring it back up. Show edited forms only. Yay. My favorite button that they added. Oh, God, I think, 3-4 months after the Creation Kit launched? Fucking assholes. It should have been day one. Alright, so there's a part back. I'm hoping that a reset might have changed its mind about how it wants to display in here, but if not, it has no color at all. That does. And that doesn't. And that doesn't. I don't get it. See, but this is the reason why we learn, right? Because this is all new. This is all new for me, so. Ain't mad about it. No reason to get upset about it. It could surprise us. We could put the damn thing in game and, it pull a surprise, motherfucker. All right, so part one is prepped and ready to be duplicated until the end of Earth. All right, maybe. Why are you here? Why are you here? So right now, to do what I'm doing, right, to bring up this little window, right, and what that is the individual materials that make up the part. Oh, that's right, because I didn't want to get into the normals. I try to stay out of the normals, but these big parts are built different. They're built different. Yeah, definitely are. So you click on a part and you can hold. So if you hold just Alt when you've got a part, I can do it. You hold Alt and you move the center mouse wheel. That will change. It will just the next thing in line, right? So alphabetically, whatever's in line alphabetically in that category. So, like for instance, this would be a MSTT, a movable static. It'll just feed you what's next in line, right? Sometimes it ends up in pieces that are really alike, or they're nowhere close. And for example, because I've changed the name on this, the next thing in line is a landing gear. But this is really handy for when you're working with like greebles, so all your small parts and stuff like that. You can look at like named items quickly. So if you hold Alt and switch through it, oh looky, Starborn chip. So that's just holding Alt. You hold Shift Alt, and it brings up the individual materials that build the part. And then if you highlight, so this is the one where we do our emissive layer. You change setups to... Oh god, I do it out of muscle memory now, so now I'm fucking trying to explain it to you all, and I feel like jackass because I can't. Alright, so Shift Alt, and then Control Shift. Yeah, no, that's wrong. It is Shift Control? Yeah, Shift Control. And then you can swap. If there are material swaps for that specific material, you can cycle through those here. So, you know, these are 3 that we've made: blue, green, and red. And blue and green are being a pain in the ass. And then they had a none. It cuts it off. Let's back out a little bit. Come on. I done shifted the whole damn part. You're really not going to show it to me? I'm way out here. You're just like, knock us? Okay, so there's that. And then... Oh, of course, now it's not going to show it. But it's the same thing as the first tree. Right? And then it'll list any of the material swaps that it has. So, the other way to do that is to edit material swaps. And, well, she's giant pain in the ass. Because don't need this window, but they insist on having it there. So, as you can see, all the decals, we have effectively done a material override. So this is your default object, you know, your default material, and we swapped it to fuck your material. We don't want it there. See, and then this is another way to do it, which may be what I need to do. No, that wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. It'll take a little bit of time to figure that one out. I'll have to talk to Twinkles about it. But no big deal. So we can move on to our next piece. I'm curious though. Let's Deimos, Paper, Cowling, Wing. Where's our wing? Wing A. I don't remember. So let's go to our normal map. It's doing it on this one too. But that just shows. Don't mind the shift. It shows up a lot better in game. I did a very sloppy, super hard edit when we did the run through of him teaching me how to do this, and I did the red and threw it in the game because I just overwrote the vanilla Deimos swing just to see, and it doesn't have that flicker you see here in the creation kit. But yeah, that's kind of the setup. I'll change the light to red. You know, it'll be color correspondent. The worst part about doing that is without editing the material, the actual base light will still appear white. Right? Because there's an emissive built into the material here, which you can't really... It doesn't even help if we hide the markers. Yeah, well, you can see this is an actual emissive part of the actual material that builds the part. So it'll still show up white, but you know. And I'll talk to Twinkles and see if I can get that changed. But once these 75,000 lumen lights go to red or blue or whatever color it is, it does a pretty good job of covering up the fact that it's still white on that part. And it's not all of them. Some of them are actual placed light fixtures that when you change the bulb color, it'll change the emissive color of the light. The light fixture, because this is the actual light here. That cage is to show you the reach of the light that you have placed in the pack in or the cell or whatever. I have to keep that on. I probably couldn't even remember the key to turn it off. Now it took me forever to find the key to turn it on. There's a key on the on the keyboard to turn that bird cage on and off. So, I have to leave it on because of a lot of the projects that only a few people know about that I need to finish. That I really need to finish, but one of them was me going, well, I wonder, what would be the best way to, build learn the creation kit. And it was like, oh, fuck it. We'll build a whole ass POI. And then it went from a POI to, fuck it. This is going to be a full blown hub. And it's got quite a bit of work done to it, but there's a lot more that I still need to learn to be able to finish it out proper. Like how to spawn crowd NPCs and do vendors and all that fun shit. All right. Enough yammering. Let's move on to our next one. Oh no, we need to change you back. You need to go back. You need to be back to normal. All right, so properties. This is the part we need. So we're going to have to go steal it. You were supposed to be named different. MSTT. Yes, I know it's used. I don't care. All right. This is the one we're working on. This is the part we need. So we're going to lmod demos 1 L 1 Y H bottom, and then we're going to unclick our show edited forms only, and we're in the all of the tree. So that will search for all of that. And this is the part we're after. So we're going to duplicate and rename and give it the MSTT underscore prefix. Yay, now we have our own. So now we can go back to show edited only forms, delete the filter, and there's our piece. And I didn't rename the fucking other one yet. I thought I did. Launch struct demos. No, yes. You. Starfall. Struck. Deimos. Angle. Bottom. A is for the variation because somewhere in here this is going to have one that's got a cutout in it and all kind of fun shit. So no, yes, and then eventually I will go back and make the filter, and the filter is where it will end up in this tree over here. So what I'll do is I'll make a starfall, and the first thing in the line will be starfall, and that will add it into here. What? So it'll add it between ships and star stations. And then it'll be, let's see. Let's actually just go ahead and do that. Starfall. And this is how we'll sort it, right? So this is how we'll go back in and find it rather quickly. So Starfall struct for structure. And then we'll go large because we're keeping all the shrank down M class parts as large. That way I know that it's an M class, but I'm not calling it fucking M class because it's stupid. Um, no, we're going to add. So under struct, we're going to go straight to the manufacturer, and then we'll split it between large and small. And there's no reason to break that down anymore. Bro, I'm telling you, if I could insert, see, I mean, it's easy. It seems like they've made it rather easy, and I say that very sarcastically. Easy is definitely not the way to describe what it is to build your own star station. I mean, star system. But I don't know that anybody knows how to modify an existing yet. I haven't seen any examples of that yet. But I would absolutely build Sirius Station. Well, my own take on Sirius Station. Basically, a badass fucking spinning meteorite um, between Mars and Jupiter, right? In the belt. Yeah. Belt of the Loda. Yep. Buzz, I will not. No, like what? So there's three. There's three M class that are not boardable, that are legendary ship encounters. There's the Vigilance, that's boardable. The Colony ship, Constance, the Colander, the Armored Deimos transport. Um, shit, isn't there one more? Reposition. All right. The shift one center to one ass cheek tilted. Ah, roll my hips forward, try to get some pressure off my back. Yeah, Fuzz, you caught me. Yep, sure as shit. All right, so that should do that. Copy. So now that's good to go. We're just gonna go ahead and do this. And this is going to be important that we did that, so we don't end up with stuff that's going to walk on top of each other. Because, like I said, the ultimate goal is to bring in stem into this and do kind of an all-in-one. All right, so we got our part. We went and made a copy of our part. So bye. Now we're going to bring in this part. Oh, we forgot to do something there. Forgot to turn the damn snap template off. Because we're going to bring in our own snap template later. Damn. Okay. Here to our properties. Clicky, clicky. Make it active. Where did you go, you dirty motherfucker? Why? What the fuck? Oh, well, that's nifty. It shows me a thing now. All right, we're back. I'm sorry, you all. It looks like OBS crashed out. Okay. Looks like it. Pop again. All right, we're back. We're good. Yep, I'm still here. Sweet, dude. I'm glad to hear you're testing the Halo guns. I know you're looking forward to that. I know a lot of other people are. Fuck you, bot. You're not supposed to proc. I'm still running. You ass. Yeah, it looks like OBS crashed out because everything else was good. You know, it would help if I hit enter after typing 0. All right. Not 10-4, old man. No, that was a straight OBS crash. Yeah, that was a straight OBS crash. That wasn't an internet problem. Don't know what that was about. All right. All right. So we're gonna Okay, this is where things are going to get interesting. Okay. That may or may not work. So it's going to take some playing around in game to verify that all these pieces are proper scale and all that stuff. Which is fine. I know that's what I know the headache I was taking on, and I am okay with it. All right. See, so ta-da. So now we can nuke all the doorways, which we'll do from right here, right? So the beautiful thing about the cell view. And delete. Yes. Right. Ta-da. The fuck are you? Prefab packing dummy? Pivot dummy? Okay. Is that what you are? Okay. Let's see. Lord. No way. But you're here lying to me, tell me I got 20 viewers. Wrong. Alright, so we need our fore aft. We need our port starboard. And we need our top bottom. Bam. Okay, so we're going to W on that one. We're going to roll it. Yep. Because we shouldn't have one on the bottom. We do not. Very good. And then we're going to pop over to our properties window. Take our gizmo off. No, we need our gizmo back on because this needs oriented in that direction. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Have to go in the park to find it. Yep. That's what I thought. Z, bring it up. Too far. Too far. Okay. So we need 2.35, I think, is what we settled on with the last one. Oh, shit. Fly cam speed too fast. No, Fuzz. OBS lagged out and crashed. Yeah, no, buddy, absolutely never. No, sir. No. Get banned. You're fucking goofy. Ooh, let's drop that down just a little more. We'll just go all the way to 7.3. Okay. I wanted to go a little below the bezel, that way we don't get any flicker issues. Yeah, looks good. All right. We just got fucking jokes today, I see. But, okay. Didn't I duplicated it yet? I should strip the shit off of it first. Close enough. Yeah, yeah, Cat, my OBS crashed out because the internet's still good. So, well, it was at the time was still good. So, yeah, eh, ain't one thing, it's another. It's all right. Don't worry, we'll have our internet crash out at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh man. We're at roundabout position of 0. Probably. Can we get lucky with just a 4? No, we're not getting lucky with just 4. I wonder if we can try 7-3. What was that? 395? 395? Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, yeah. Should be 0. See. Duplicate. Spin. C, which is Y. Send it. What's happening, old man? Sir, you got any kitty updates for us? Y position should be 0. 395. So, yeah, Goose, right now, damn it, old man, that sucks. Um, well, Goose, I'm just building out a ship part. This is a miniaturized M class part. Yes, it's in the same vein of Trinity, but I'm making it my own because there are things that I would like to have, and old boys not really seem to be supporting that mod, which is unfortunate. So, like Thanos, the comment has been made in my head of fine, I'll just do it myself. Oh, this is 1.17, isn't it? No, it's too tall. 6. Yeah, what do you got in mind? I mean, that's if you want to talk about it. If not, I understand. Oh, bitch, you were 1.5. Why'd you look so jank? All right, good enough for government. Duplicate, spin it, and drop the negative. Send it to the other side. I got you, man. Hey, that's some of the best, some of the best ways to do it. Oh man, I really sucks, man. I hate to hear that. Hopefully, Kitty's hanging out somewhere nice and cool or warm or whatever, and getting fed and taken care of. So, E, and now we're gonna Z to drop it down, and 0 should work. 0, very good. So now we strip all the decals off of it, and on to the next. Oh wait. Oh, cat. No, this was one he was trying to adopt. That was wild. Those decals? They are, aren't they? Let me know. Seriously, you're built into that one, aren't you? Oh yeah. We don't need no stinking directions. We'll leave the rivets. Yeah. Oh, I can't get rid of that one. Fucker. Oxyline access. Like, dude, I appreciate the level of detail, but ain't nobody ever gonna be fucking close enough to read that shit. By the way, Goose, we're currently just stripping the decals off of the damn part. Why are you there? I don't want you there. Clean that up. Come on. No. Bye. So many fucking decals on these parts. Holy shit. Windows, I'm going to fuck you up. Enough. Surface apparently needs an update, and it's screaming at me about it every 15 minutes. But my Surface is what I run my Stream Manager on, so it's less strain on the GPU of the big laptop. Oh my god, whitewash. Burn the retinas. Why am I working in such a small window? What did I do? Why did I do that? Good lord. I'm handicapping myself over here. Bye. You're not needed. You. What are you? Are you a fucking sticker? No, you're a hatch latch. Okay, we'll leave that alone. What is this? Let's see. Let's see if we can get rid of it. Oh, you son of a bitch. See, it's one of the worst parts about clicking into the render window when you've got a part directly in front of you, is it will shift the damn thing. So you have to watch for it. Or you have to be really good about going into um the properties and making sure that everything's still on your 0 point. Hey, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Little bit of time, a little bit of attention to detail. And I mean, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? No fucking stickers everywhere. I think it's nice. If you don't think it's nice, I don't give a shit. No, that's not true. Um, but you know, rivets. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it would be pretty neat. I don't know why that wasn't something they did. I guess they were, I don't know. I guess they rushed because they felt like they needed to listen to everybody. It was screaming like assholes over. Wait a second. Sorry, I got distracted there. I want to look and see if I can get rid of these fucking. Oh, I can, but then it causes that weird line, and I know that line will be something that has glowy shits on it. Is it worth deleting? What y'all think? Delete it? Leave it be? Because all that is like the indentions for the locking lugs in theory of might as well delete it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too, but I can go back over and delete it off the other one because it does it off, it deletes it off the ends too. So, and 4. All right. Alrighty then. Gone. Gone like freight train, gone like yesterday. So we'll do it on this one too. Maybe. Yep. Gone. No more. No, so what that is the M class ship parts, which is what this is, but we've shrank it down. We're going to make it a regular class ship part. um, they have different snap templates, and I guess those crosses are meant to act as like locking lugs where the pieces would lock together since everything is modular minus the Nova Galactic stuff. Right, Nova Galactic isn't a fucking breed of its own. No matter what you look at, Nova Galactic is gonna be different. It was. It's like they told somebody, "Hey, I want a NASA punk aesthetic," and threw them in a fucking room with a couple other people, and I want ship parts, and this is the requirements, and then let them go to work, and then they stuck another group of people in it and said, "Hey, I've got 4 companies I need ship parts for. Um, 2 high tech, 2 industrial. Have fun, figure it out." And somebody got real lazy and said, "You know what? We're going to make this shit modular." And that's exactly what it is. Deimos, Hope Tech, Taio, and Stroud are stupid easy to work on. Nova? Nah. All right, so that's all good. All right, so now we've got our base on this one. Edit and render window. This one's good to go. You know what? I want to say something. No, I can't. Fuck. I do have to do this the pain in the ass way. So, bitch. Oh, smart. I can circumvent this. Nope, nope, no. No. So, I deleted all the snapping points, and I'll go back in and make my own snap points later. I'll do a custom snap template for every one of these parts. Um, in ways that make sense. You know, like for example, this will have just a single snap point in the middle. One on the side because these are trim pieces. They don't need a shit ton of adjustability. One here, but like for example, I'll add an equipment mount point here, which is a different snap time, a different snap node altogether. But I'll add an equipment snap here, so you can mount a weapon there or something, and then maybe after messing around with it a little bit, I might add one in here somewhere or here. Honestly, I might do double snap points on all of it, or do three, like the better ship part snaps, Deimos Hall A. Just do three and three. That way you get your quarter step. Probably what I end up doing. Snap templates are also there. Ship parts are tedious because there's so many different layers, so many different pieces that have to be involved, and so many things that have to be adjusted. So, well, no, actually, Fuzz, it's the complete opposite, right? Because it's just not snapped together Lego pieces. It's built like built. Like the walls are fully integrated into the floor and the ceiling, right? And same for the wall that. So if you've got a wall that juts out into the middle of the hab, that wall is effectively integrated into the outside edge wall, and then the roof and the roof and the floor both. Whereas a Deimos or Stroud, Deimos or a Hope Tech is just a wall dropped in there that basically just floats. It's not technically attached to anything. It's not bound to anything. So the other four are meant to be extremely modular. Nova is definitely not. It was like built to order or built to, in a series and then sent out in mass. And that's the reason why they're still fucking floating around. It's the reason why the Frontier hasn't fallen into a million pieces. What's going on? How you do? How you do? It is not. It is definitely not. You can tell they were the forerunners, and I don't know if that was intentional or if it was they had started to build and then realized they needed more ship parts and then, decided to make it a little more efficient instead of a little so much handcrafted. I don't fucking know, dude. Those are questions that they will never answer because I don't know. They're assholes.